The cost of living in America currently has gotten so expensive that people literally cannot even afford rent anymore. And when you can't afford rent, where do you go? Homeless, living in your car.
I make almost twice the federal minimum wage, and I am still thousands of dollars below the poverty line. I am homeless. I live in my car. I cannot afford to rent an apartment. I can hardly afford to live in my car. Food is expensive, and it's tough times, you know? I work 40 hours a week. I am not in an entry-level position. I am in a skilled position. I make twice the federal minimum wage, and I am poor. And if that isn't the most late-stage capitalism thing.
Okay, so I am homeless and I'm living a double life. Let me kind of explain that. So I have a home and I live in it 3 days a week. My lease ends at the end of June, so I will be homeless full time. But right now, 4 days out of the week, I work at another place about an hour away from my home and I live in my car. It's a good tester run for me because I will be doing it full time. So if any of you have tips, tricks, and it's not like the glamorous like van life with heaters and showers and toilets. It is a car. I live in a car. I will be living in this car until it dies on me. But I'm trying to get out of debt. So I'm working 2 full-time jobs. One with the homeless. So I have been working with the homeless population for over 6 years. Have never really understood homelessness until now. And even now, my homelessness is glamorous to them. But I've never done this before, and I'm quite curious, like, if any of you have lived in a car, what are your tips, your tricks, all of that fun stuff, because I will be doing it full time, and I'm very excited to do it. I will make my money and then get a place eventually, but I have some goals and bills that I really want to pay off first, and with today's economy, it just doesn't seem like it's possible at this moment for me to do both. So this is what I'll be doing. I will continue to do things, update things if it's necessary, if this is even a thing for other people. But yeah, I'm curious to know.
This is what happens if you DoorDash for 12 hours straight. I'm living in my car trying to save $60,000 in 6 months. It's day 143 and so far I've saved $57,353, not including today's profit. After I take my window covers down and get my car drivable, it's straight to doing deliveries. I started with an Instacart order and I'm mainly doing DoorDash and Uber Eats today. Beautiful view of Mount Rainier, and the salesman at the gas station was showing me his cleaning wax. I didn't buy it because saving for the tiny home is a higher priority than keeping my car clean right now. Even though his sales pitch was amazing and he had me sold. He started by walking up to my headlight and said, "You know how you have fog on here?" and then took it off instantly. I ended up spending $32 at the gas station, and after DoorDashing for 12 hours, I only made $250, which isn't bad, but I try to shoot for a minimum of $300. I just wasn't getting the best deliveries today. But that's why I have multiple streams of income, and on social media from these videos, I made $381 today, making my daily profit $599, leaving the new total save for the tiny home on day 143 at $57,952. Follow to see the tiny home get built.
I am homeless living here in my car because rent prices have gone through the roof. The average price is now over $1,800 per month. And even though I work full time, with my wages, I don't make enough money to afford an apartment or even qualify for one. So I live here in my car, and this is just a quick little tour. I just got these cute little blue baskets that you see here, and I got my bookshelf there. I got my USB-C powered rechargeable fans, and I'm actually going live here on TikTok. I got a package in the mail, and if you'd like to check out and see what I got, join the live, say hello, and let me know in the comments of this video what you think about the rental prices that are happening right now in America. I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think that it's outrageous? What do you think can be done? Let me know in the comments some of your ideas, and I hope you all are doing well and you have a great night. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
Man, I'm telling y'all, I'm over paying rent. I'm so sick of paying rent. Every beginning of the month, I just be like, oh my God, I gotta pay this again. Then I'd be like, you know what? I could just live in my car. I'm always in my car anyway. I might as well just live in my car. I got a TV hookup in my car, like my monitor. I can hook up something and watch TV on it. So I can just live in my car. I can just get a membership at Planet Fitness, take showers there. I don't want to even rent no more. I got a nice place. But you know what? I'm over it. I'm just, y'all can have it. I don't even want it no more. I'm just tired of paying these people every month. Even if it was a mortgage, which I don't want to own a home. You know, that's just not my thing. But even if it was a mortgage, I'd just be tired. I'm over it. I just want to keep my money in my pocket. I need my car because I got places to go. But I don't want to rent no more, man. And I know it ain't just me, you know. But I ain't one of these dudes that can just find a girl and live off of her. I can't do that. I just live in my car.
Today makes it 382 days of me living in my car. And honestly, I'm getting tired of it. I wish I could have my own bed, my own space, my own bathroom. I wish I could walk to the bathroom, shower. I wish I could cook a hot, nice meal. Tired of living in my car.
Guys, I did something a little bit insane. At least my family thinks it's insane. I packed up all of my stuff into a storage unit about a week and a half ago. It was 10 days ago. And I've been living in my car. I know. I'm gonna explain. Brief timeline of how I got here. So I was in San Diego. I was living there for a few years and the cost of living was just insane. I wanted to be back in Washington. I wanted to be back closer to family. I've got some friends in the area too, and I just missed the Pacific Northwest. So I moved up here, was on the boat for like 7-8 months. And then it came time to move into an apartment and I felt like I couldn't do it. I felt like I could not do it. The idea of signing another year lease to spend $1,600, $1,700, sometimes $1,800 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment, it was, no, I refuse. I was like, I cannot do this. Like, it felt so in opposition to who I was. Like, I did not want to give this bullshit management company that has a monopoly over this entire area. So you have to lease through them. And they have horrible reviews of the way that they've treated their tenants and screwed their tenants out of their deposits for no reason. There's a ton of Reddit posts about this company. And I was like, dude, no, like, I'm not doing this. And so I ended up having to do a lease takeover for 3 months because I just had to get off the boat because work had to be done on it and my parents had to take off and move on to it. And so I did the lease takeover and I spent 3 months in this apartment. And I was miserable the entire time because I was like, dude, I am spending, I think it was like around $1,500 a month with like Wi-Fi and, oh no, it was probably about $1,550 with Wi-Fi and electricity and everything, trash, all that. So I was spending almost $1,600 a month. And the idea of doing that for another year was just too painful. And I said, I'm not doing this. Like, I refuse. I fucking refuse. I work remote. I can work from anywhere. And so I did something kind of irrational. Like, I literally didn't even consult anybody else. I didn't tell my friends. I didn't tell my family. I just got the storage unit and rented the truck and put everything in the storage unit. And I said, fuck this shit. I'm moving into the car. So here I am. Guys, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I could not. It felt like it was going to eat away a little bit at my soul every day that I was in an apartment that I didn't want to be in. I want to be outside doing things anyways. I am good at being nomadic. I've done it before. So fuck it. I'm doing it again. So I'm going to do a tour of the car soon because I love seeing other people's, like, how they have things set up and organized. And I've got mine like in a really good spot where I feel like I've got everything where it should be. And I just want to show you guys my cute little space. It's been really good so far. It's been 10 days. I'm happier, so much happier than I have been for the last year. So here's to new adventures.
The time we're living in sucks for anyone getting started in life new. I'm talking to my Gen Zers who have just got out of college, or probably in student loan debt, or maybe you're just graduating high school. There's no job market out there to get jobs. Everything's sky high. The cost of rent, you can't afford to buy a house. That's even out of the question. It's insane what cost of living is right now for the average individual coming out of high school or college and getting started with their life. Now, with that, we are in a weird time. We, as like a single person in our society, like, we're not going to change the environment that we're in. Now, yes, you can do radical things to be able to ramp up your income and then get your lifestyle built up and buy an apartment and do all this stuff, right? There are ways to do that, but I kind of like this. I mean, it's definitely not a full-time thing I'd want to do, but the guy who was doing the DoorDash, saving up, posting on social media, like, I think it's kind of a trend. I do. And it's a great way people could earn some extra money and not have a bunch of bills going out all the time. Now, again, it's a little intense, but sometimes that's what it takes. And I know if I didn't have kids and stuff, now it's a totally different story. If you got kids and everything else, like, yikes, that's tough. But if you're single, or maybe it's just you and your girlfriend, fiance, or spouse, and you wanted to try to ramp up the next year or two and go the true extreme by living in your car, I'd probably do it. The key there, though, is that you have to know you're doing it with a goal in mind. The goal in mind is to work your tail off to get as much money saved up so that you can choose to better your lifestyle by getting in an apartment, buying a small house, whatever that is.